Well, hello, Mr. Barfield. How are you this afternoon?
This is not Mr. Barfield, but this is Mr. Barfield's phone. My name is Antonio Andropov. I'm his best friend. Well,
I don't know about that. Where'd you get this man's phone?
But I'm his house. I'm not from here.
Oh.
Anyway, but I'm his friend. Also, I met him on PayPal. He invited me to come to his country. So from Ukraine is where I'm from, and I come here to spend time with him, Brett, because in my country they throw bombs at the goddamn house. So he said that we need to be, we family kind of. So I live here now, and in the beautiful United States of America with you, and I want to get to know people better, so I called. He said the friend, and by God, I want to speak to friend. You're a friend of mine too. Yes, yes.
Yeah, but now you may be a refugee, but now come on. Did Brad get you by like one of them Ukraine bribe things? Website where you get Ukraine bribes. I mean, come on, are you a refugee or actual just a bride, quote unquote?
Yeah, you tried to put Brad in it, but no, this is not. I could have very much good time with Brad right now, and he would kick my ass. So no, I will not say this.
Not that kind of good time. Okay,
no, no. He would kick my ass. He would kick me back to Ukraine. But what I came here for to call you is to say, it's so beautiful to have. It's so beautiful to have this country. This is so good, but it's so hot. This is not like where I come from. This is not the same kind of place, but it's so much more beautiful. We have the blue ocean water, probably. I don't know, maybe it was frozen water.
Probably, maybe. Wait a minute now. Probably, maybe.
Well, this is the first time I've ever used these American edibles. And I don't even know. It's kind of funny even telling you right now. But let me tell you, I've been here before. My dad, he is from Russia. He is in Andropov. And my mother, she's from Echo. And her, you don't know what you know. And he was killed. Him and a lot of very important people get mad if I tell you her last name. But it's not really her last name. It's a middle name. It's even more close to a family. And everybody would cut my balls off and throw me in the river.
I got you. Please continue, Antonio.
Well, Antonio, I'm so happy to be here now because you're having so good. And these girls, they're so rich. In my country, there's a big girl with a big ass. They're so rich. But they have a bunch of rich girls here. They're so rich. And Antonio's going to marry a rich girl and be so happy in America. Hopefully, because I don't look.
You ain't seen that booty shake these girls got here today, man. You should watch them on videos. If you're just recently here in the States, look up just jiggly booty, man. Them folks do that twerking stuff. Oh yeah, I can understand. I mean, because us Americans, we have a very limited view of the Ukraine and Russia and stuff. So. Tell us more about your country and, what goes on there. I mean, all you girls are skinny. Do you like them homegrown chicks?
Hold on. Let me clarify. When I say Russia, I mean Ukraine. But it used to be like this, but now they're trying to make a plan. I wanted you to ask me this question about where I come from, and I said Russia just because I want to make a goddamn point. They get
but now Ukraine, I mean, again, that's why the war is going on, is because the Ukraine used to be part of Russia, and Russia's trying to claim it's part of that. So your slip-up is, not unexpected, but at the same time, not a big problem.
This is what I say to you. This is what I say to you. This is exactly what I say to you. You said exactly right. The problem we have is that the whole Eastern Europe, you want me to be honest with you. We're trying to be.
Sure, I want you to be honest with me. I mean, hey, you're calling me from my best friend's phone, and He trusts me, so I
Ukraine,
want you to
listen,
say. So tell me about it, brother.
back up, Ukraine want to be like America. We want to be just like you. And then you get just pretend like some dictator tried to come in and take over your country after you've already got another dictator. So this is very weird time for us because we have adopted the Western civilization and we have wanted very much to become a part of your NATO. But everybody's fucking us around, and now even Sweden, they said, no, you can't do this, and Sweden is done, can't do this, and everybody can't do a goddamn thing because it's not politically correct. But now everybody in America who used to hide under the goddamn tent school, worried about the bomb from Russia, now they're stuck a Russian dick. This is gay, number one. Number two, this is okay for gay people. It's not okay for heterosexuals. Number three, listen to me, and then you have your way with me as you will. But number three is that Russia is not good. They is bad. They may look like you little fuckers running around in America, but they's not American. They's not. They don't believe what you believe. This is all Antonio's got to say to you right now, Mr. Brad's friend Donald.
Yes. Well, I would not say that the entire Russia is bad. It's just their type of country. We have to, do the contrast between here in the United States. Now, you, of course, since you're from the Ukraine, an old part of Russia, I mean, that was under a regime. It was like a Nazism, of authoritarianism that is trying to get started here. So I can absolutely understand you want to come here and experience the American way of life, only to find we've got folks trying to introduce something close to that. And, so the right democracy can solve that. But I apologize. Go ahead.
Why would they want to have Nazi boots on their head? Is this what I told, even in Ukraine, I tell my kids not to retard, but why do people want a Nazi boot on their head? Please tell Antonio this is good. What you say? Who makes a Nazi boot on the head good?
No, I mean, the folks that want a boot on their head are the ones that they've got a very narrow view of what they think is happy. I mean, in America, we all have this, thing of we can be free. We have the right to think a certain way and act a certain way. And sadly, a lot of the younger folks, I've watched some videos where folks from America go to some of these other countries and they go, I got the right to do this. No. You ain't in America. You do not have the right to do that in that country. In our country, we do. But I think it's just, folks, they think they want things, but then when they actually get it, it's the grass is greener. They're going to get it, and then they're going to go, you know what? This reminds me about when my parents or grandparents were alive. I mean, now that kind of thing. But now you're not from this country, so you probably don't know all those things. I'm not sure how much history you know of the Americas.
Well, that's good. Not everything you know, but I can tell you that it's probably about the same in Ukraine. There are some people who like to have the boss man to put the boot on their head. This is making no sense, Antonio. But let me tell you this. This is the most important thing ever. You got to be free. You cannot. There's so many people. It's so much easier to think, well, look, I have a one boss man. This is just like the same thing as the people on the other side. Yeah, we have one payer on the insurance. I don't need either. I don't want to pay the same as you because I have a different kind of thing going on as everybody else. I want to go find a little group just like me and be so happy. This is what in America is. Everybody said they want to be happy. And
well, they do want to be happy, but there's leaders and there's followers. And a lot of the folks that are trying to follow the authoritarianism, they just want somebody to tell them how to live. I mean, because again, if you go back in time to where you didn't have the context of all the communications every day to know every little thing where this star farted and this one over here, took a crap.
Hold on. One question for you real quick. Are you talking about the real life or are you talking about the cuckold pornography?
No, I'm just talking about real life. I mean, if you go back in time when we all existed in a tiny bubble because you didn't have instant communications, landlines, I mean, still have the curly dial tone phones, those kind of things. Now, I'm sure you've had those dial phones, you know, the old phones that was probably in your country at that time.
Okay, but now what you described to me sounds like cuckold pornography. This is what you describe, yes?
No. I'm not necessarily talking about that, but it could be perceived as that because if your kink is the worst things happening everywhere in the world, then yeah, you're watching porn. I mean, because it turns you on. I mean, you know, you like it. You feed on it. You go to these places and you watch it. You believe it without ever actually giving it the benefit of the, you know, this is a person that didn't even finish high school, and I'm believing what they're publishing. There's where that point of, you know, you got to find out what you want to believe for yourself and get your own, you know, information in, and use a little common sense, not just what someone on Truth Social, you know, spouts repeatedly.
Let me say this. In Ukraine, I see what you say to me now. This is what happened in Ukraine, too. There was people that, at first, when we first wanted democracy, we didn't know. We didn't know what it meant because we never had it before. Well, we kind of did, but we didn't. Our parents was telling us what to do. And then we went up there, and then we mistook what was going on. Somebody said they were going to protect us from all these bad people. They said that there was some kind of a slough filled with all kinds of crocodiles and everything. But this person that took over trying to get the crocodiles out of the slough, they just became part of the crocodile. He became the biggest crocodile, and he bit everybody. He lied to us. He said he was going to become America, but we just become friends with Russia again. And I was like, look, no. Then we have this guy now. He's so kick-ass. He reminds me of Russell Crowe. He got on his little macho clothes and he goes up, and anybody who asks him the questions, he just gets them in the goddamn headlock.
All I'm saying is riding a horse without a shirt. I mean, you know, I ain't got a sad physique, but come on, you old motherfucker. What are you trying to show off? Now, that's just me.
No. I'm talking about Zelensky. This is my good man. This guy that rides horse with...
No, I like him, the comedian. I mean, hey, I know maybe or maybe not the man was elected as a joke, almost like some of the folks that we've elected. I mean, we elected an actor that most people still put on the pedestal. I mean, Ronald Reagan. He was a damn actor. He wasn't a politician.
But he did good.
He did good, and most people still look at him as an idol now. I mean, you know, I mean, hey, that man is, I ain't got a bromance with him, but I think he stood up and did what he should. I think he took his job responsibly, and he did a great job. I mean, and he's still doing a great job, even though, again, I think originally he may have been elected just as kind of a joke. But I don't know that because I don't know enough about the history of the elections and stuff. I don't know if you could tell me about that. You may have been a refugee before you knew any of those things. So
it sounds like what's happened in America. He elect reality something. He not do like Zelensky. He kind of gets everybody fighting, but you're not fighting Russia. You fight yourself. I listen to it. Listen to these dumb fuckers. They fight amongst themselves. The best, but they fight over. I don't know what they were talking about. There was Monday or Tuesday. I don't give a shit. Just go to work. If it's Monday or Tuesday, the fucking line. Go to work and shut the fuck up. And you've got nothing to worry about. This is what Antonio Andropov learned from his favorite leader, Zelensky, while living in Ukraine recently.
Well, you know, you called me, dude. I mean, you know, you used my buddy's phone. I go, where's Brad? I mean, surely he can explain some of that to you. But he's probably busy and stuff, you know.
Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna go drink some vodka.
Oh, I can tell. Well, you better go hunt old Barfield up then.
He's gonna drink vodka. He told me, he says, I don't drink his goddamn Russian whiskey. He said, they only drink something from Scotland. I said, what, you don't like the white people? He said,
Oh,
I
no. I mean, hey, we picked up the monkey shoulder, man. Old shoulder, it's got the monkey hanging on it. That monkey's all over my back, and it's really nice. I mean, especially, in light amounts. That's probably what he's more about.
Well, yeah, this reminds me of this song by this guy who died in 2016. So his name was George Michael. He says, why can't you do it? Why can't you set your monkey free? Always giving them to it. Why can't you set your monkey free? You remember this song?
It sounds familiar, but I wasn't a big George Michael fan. I mean, the Careless Whisper when he was a Wham. Oh, yeah. Now, that's when they earned that exclamation, Wham! Yeah, it's good stuff. Then, there was that George Michael song, from Beverly Hills Cop. Everybody went nuts over. That's about all I really know about George Michael. Now, since you were from over that area and Germany is so into David Hasselhoff, how much did you love Mr. Hasselhoff? Have you watched every season and episode of Knight Rider? Did you drool a little bit? Just asking.
No, we will not watch no David Hasselhoff. But I am familiar with the show. This has got the kit. This is a fast transition. But I tell you, we watch in Ukraine. And he's dead now, but we watch him. Everybody I know watches this one guy. You know who this one guy is?
No. That's what I was asking is, what do y'all watch? I was wondering if y'all were close to the Germany people and was all over the Hasselhoff and Baywatch and, drooling a little bit, maybe doing some masturbatory stuff to the TV. I don't know. I was just asking.
No, this all sounds very nice. But we like a George Carlin. He's so good.
Oh, I love some good George Carlin. Yeah.
He's so good. He tells these goddamn bastards ideas. He gives them a goddamn headlock. I guarantee you, if George Carlin was still alive and he was at 482,427 years old, he'd get him in headlock. But he's so good. He's so smart, see? He knows how to think about things that don't. These people that get the fat are happy. And he does all these things he say they do, like they get the long ponytail and they ride a motorcycle even though they did this and they act a dumb just because they done got the fat and happy. But they not struggle no more, and people that don't struggle, they forget and they want to be gamblers, reality TV. They're no longer just trying to eat to survive. They're trying to do other things, and they sell this to other people. They do. They try to, and then everybody buys it, but nobody can live up to this because, number one, who wants to be in the goddamn casino all the fucking time? Not Antonio.
I understand, Antonio. Now, I really have only one last question before I need to go. Do you have a green card? Are you legal or are you just refugee? I mean, come on now. I mean, we can't have you hanging out with me and my buddy and you're an illegal alien. Now, I ain't following, that big party, but at the same time, I kind of get that. I mean, got to play both sides of that street.
Well, yes, I got the card. I got to come here. I'm on a temporary visa to come spend time. I can't work for you. So you can't get me in headlock and tell me to go pick your goddamn tomatoes. But, I can come in, I can visit, and as long as I have my own money and I can do what I want to do, I can rent the property because your country and my country exchange currencies. So you can also exchange, my credit score, and everybody's so happy. I get me a nice place here, but I'm here with my friend, but I can't live with him because he always gets mad at me and he tells me to shut my. There's not many bad, but he said, "Shut your goddamn door now to get out of my house." So then I figured it would be more like
close your pie hole and just listen to me. I figured it'd be something closer to that. But, same things. I understand. I mean, it's kind of like whenever I was growing up, I mean, our parents basically threw us out of the house as soon as they woke up. And we only came home for supper, in baths. So, okay, I kind of see that.
Yeah, well, this is the same thing happened in Ukraine. We've been kind of like y'all for a long time. We haven't been part of the Soviet Union, though. We was part of Russia for a short period of time, but for the most part, we've been along the DMZ, you call it in other places, but it's the same thing in Ukraine. But because they're such outliers, they don't try to come and mess with us usually. They usually leave us alone, let us carry on with our activities. But you've got this man in there in Russia. He wants to come out and bang his penis against the wall in Ukraine, but he may have banged against the wrong wall when he came to Ukraine with his penis banging activities.
Oh, he'll end up with it like since you're not from this country, you probably don't know there's a story about a woman named Bobbitt where she cut the man's penis off and then threw it out onto a freeway and landed on somebody's windshield. So, yeah, I mean, him banging it against that may be kind of a Bobbitt episode.
I know this guy you talk about the Bobbitt. Everybody hears this story. This is what you hear about with boys. You talk about, I don't care if you're in Ukraine or if you're in Russia, if you're in China, if you're in Australia, if you're in South America, if you're in Africa, if you're in Alaska, if you're in somewhere in India. Everybody talks about this about it because we just, as a man, we just don't allow to cut the penis off. This is very not acceptable. This is not good. We do not talk about this. But there was other question there. What else did you ask me, Mr. my friend?
Oh, no, that's it. Well, I better let you go. I got some other things I need to do since, you better go catch up with Brad, because he's probably busy doing some stuff that you need to be observing.
He's making the cornbread. He's telling me I need to go take a bath, but now I need to take a bath. He's going to be mad when I show up to eat this goddamn cornbread. I'm going to be dirty, smelling like he made me work in the yard. He said, get here early for dinner. But
I'm surprised he didn't tell you go down there and say that the only bath he has is that pond. I mean, because, I used to do that, just wash your ass off in the pond.
See, we do not have catfish where I'm from. His son, Brad's son, caught a big 10-pound catfish the other day. This is so big. It's just about as big as Antonio. But anyway, I said, no, this water nasty. He made me get there early today to work in the yard so to be clean when I got there, which not to make no sense to Antonio, but it's some kind of a royalty thing I learned from you southern people. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's got a water hose. Just hose your ass off, out in the yard. Drink from the water hose, because that's the only way we got water. We couldn't knock on the door. Can we get some water? Go get a drink out of the hose. That was what we were told. So drink out of the water hose, rinse your feet off.
Fire hydrants, what happened? It's the fire hydrants I take bath with. But I told him, I said, I can't take off my clothes. And he says, the fire hydrant, take it off for you. Just go ahead and take it off. But I can't go out there yet because I'm hiding here, and his son is supposed to give it to me. But his son...
Oh, you're shy. Okay. No, I understand that. Yeah. It's all right.
Really, I have huge penis, but it's...
Oh, no. Dude.
Listen.
You ain't got to convince me. You don't get it. It's okay to be shy.
It's a girl out of the shower, and Antonio said, okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to appreciate you for having time with Antonio Andropov.
Antonio, I enjoyed talking to you, but maybe you ought to ask Brad before you call back, man.
I'm not asking any questions. All he wants to do is tell me no. If I say Brad...
Oh, well, smack him upside his head and say, include me in y'all's stuff. I mean, because, hey, I've enjoyed talking to you, Antonio.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, though. So good to talk to you. Even though I talk to my daughter just because I
tell my brother from another
everybody
mother hi for me.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.